Welcome to UEOM Internet Church. September 19, 2024. Episode 7. Each and every human is designed in principle by Universe Eternal Omniscient Mind, UEOM. We are designed to be true to the regenerating anticipatory design science integrity as a unique individual whose awareness is communicating self to others while naturally, cooperatively coexisting throughout the non-simultaneous interacting processes. Logically, the metaphysical truth that produces the commonwealth realities of human life support, in principle, would be potential awareness of what all of us has in common, since everyone is physically equipped with a cerebral circuitry design, the integral computer brain that memory stores self-otherness information experiences. The information derives from the environment, which to every discernible, discoverable degree is otherness-to-self and self-to-otherness. The gathered information's disseminated generalized content derives from inputs, outputs that induce metaphysical generalized conceptioning fields of thought, which omnirationally refers what metaphysical intellect thus far knows of universe's metaphysical-physical articulated polyhedra. Polyhedra are geometric structural systems of universe. The tetrahedron, a polyhedron, is the minimum prime structural system. The minimum system can be conceptualized by the human imagination subsequent to being apprised of these phenomena correlating to self-inaugurated education, which metaphysical intellect experientially cognizes as an innate ability to observe closest packing of spheres that well may be an essential functioning propensity of the evolutionary and discovery process. Synergetic mind's imagination formulates ideas from the generalized content that consciousness evolution's metaphysical intellect, systemic thoughts, interrelating interactions, naturally accommodate correlatively with conceptualizations of the polyhedral energy synergy system that is accommodated thus. Systemic thoughts, polyhedral awareness of the minimum structural systems, eternally regenerating pattern integrity applicable to omnirationally solving local problems, apparently is a 21st century omnicomprehensive phenomenon. Imagination's closest packing of uniradius spheres can be accomplished by drawing circles in a horizontal row, edge to edge, commencing with 1, 2, 3 circles, and or as 1, 2, and 3 circles as a triangle. By adding a fourth same-size sphere centered atop the triangle's edge to edge 3 spheres, human imagination observes a visual reality base of 4 points. By placing a point at the center of each closest packed sphere, it is where 6 lines can be scribed from point to point. Then imagination removes the four circles, the spheres, leaving the tetrahedron configuration on the surface upon which the circle spheres were scribed. It shows the minimum structural systems topology as 6 lines, vectors, 4 corners, vertexes, 4 triangular faces, openings. Obviously, the human observer clearly can see 3 triangular aspects hiding the 4th triangle, counting 6 lines interconnecting 4 points. All the topologically identified characteristics can be rearranged, commencing from memory-stored awareness of 4 points as centers of 4 spheres. Once metaphysical intellect, synergetic mind, systemic thought is self-accredited thus with an inherent ability to function as a communicating brain-mind concerning barely deciphered rudiments of omnirational universe. Relevant metaphysical truth that produces the commonwealth realities of human life support initiates awareness of the conceptuality of the tetrahedron, which represents 1 quantum of energy, an energy unit's configuration from 4 closest packed equiradius spheres. The 4 points are vertexes at the center of each sphere. The 6 lines are vectors. The 4 triangular faces are openings through which each of the 4 vertexes can be plunge passaged, going from outside to the center of volume and out through the opposite window, springing back again, or turning the tetrahedron inside out. The tetrahedron is the only system in the universe that turns inside out. Inside outing is one of universe's 6 motion freedoms. 6 motion freedoms: axial rotation, orbital rotation, inside outing, torque, expansion, contraction, precession. Humans have evolved over millions of years with an inherent ability to turn things inside out and outside in. This is demonstrated as we dress and undress, turning our socks inside out, as but one example, to fit either the right foot or the left foot. It can be when removing one rubber glove from one hand, turning it inside out, experiencing it tightly fitting the other hand, which also has 4 fingers and 1 thumb. The tetrahedron's topological characteristics are dimensional. The dimensionality is applicably relevant to measuring the lengths, the shortest distances, differentiating inside from outside, the concave from the convex. But measuring can seem to be unnecessary until it is required to serve a function, a purpose, a reason, correlatively to awareness and survival, like shelter from nature's physical elements, rain, wind, snow. These essential innovative skills are self-discovered or communicated from those who know to those who learn in the universal communications process, TUCP, without need for any intervening PRJW, politics, religion, justice, war agenda. However, One such PRJW agendas are manifest in the world, which happens over millenniums of human existence, then our species' survival becomes a complicated, complex communications process, having to factor in influences or factor out influences of the P, the R, the J, the W, which can be self-serving intentions that coincide with the viable reasons for humans to explore the pristine environmental truths when cogent thought begins. Cogent thought begins as awareness of two spheres are interattracted, as the distance between the intuitive spheres is halved, H-A-L-V-E-D, and the interattraction is fourfolded, which is cognizable as gravitationally linear as well as circumferentially cohesive. Eventually, awareness of 12 equal radius spheres around one nuclear sphere provides a rememberable conceptuality of zero frequency, shown in Synergetics Figure 222.01, omnidirectional closest packing of spheres. The earlier humans had not yet evolved their consciousness of metaphysical generalized conceptioning fields of thought. They did not yet realize what our 21st century humanity is informed of now, which is that the brain is an integral computer corresponding with TUCP, especially when curiosity of energy awareness inspires omnirational cognizance. Is it possible that something similar to closest packing spheres occurred way back then, but was laid out in a horizontal row as an imaginable distant cousin of contemporary omnirationally coordinated thought? When prayer beads were strung as a rosary of various R-factor artifacts, did intuition correlate the integral, eternal, regenerating design's patterning integrity? Not then, accrediting metaphysical conceptual universe, not knowing to refer systemically coordinated thought to nature's four-sphere assembly of the minimum unit of energy that is a conceptuality of the polyhedron. We can now recognize closest packing of spheres independent of size, time-space sizing, and also when consciousness evolution is mindful of the vector equilibrium pulsation, which is said to be the nearest thing, the closest approach to eternity and God, which I have renamed UEOM. It can be without need to depend on a string of holy beads that nevertheless function as an anticipatory communication between the human and its trust in a divinity to answer prayers, but which also becomes an expected authoritatively imposed device to prove a devotion, thus thereby not liberating the independently operating cogitative faculty of thought from the inherited slave mentality conditioning. As we can read in Synergetics 502.25, in quotes, pulsation in the vector equilibrium is the nearest thing we will ever know to eternity and God, in parentheses, UEOM, my word, UEOM, in quotes. It is the zero phase of conceptual integrity inherent in the positive and negative asymmetries that propagates the problems of consciousness evolution. UEOM is my replacement word for the sound word God, lowercase, God, uppercase, in any spoken and written language everywhere on earth. UEOM is the supreme intellect that designs all that is, was, ever will be. Until next time, thank you. From Christina, Universe Citizen.